Such a girl. So, Shar, I actually have a story for you.
Okay.
So, we've been promoting the Shar 15 discount code. If you are a friend or anybody who would like to go to Good Vibrations, you can say Shar 15 and you get a 15% discount, right?
Right.
So, a listener or a viewer of ours actually went in and used the code and walked out with more than 15% off.
Really?
Yeah. She walked out with a DVD titled Gush.
Oh, wow.
The educational video to finding the G-spot starring Michelle Meow.
Oh, that's why they had to write to you.
I bet no one knew about that.
No, well, you really want to make sure they do know now.
Now,
don't you?
yeah. If you'd liked me,
because you interview, you help out Dr. Carol Queen in that.
Dr. Carol Queen is the star. Actually, it's not starring me, but I am in it, and I am doing something.
And you can tell all your friends that you're in a G-spot movie.
Yeah. So there is some action in there, but we won't tell our viewers what I'm actually doing because they have to go in. They have to go in and use their discount and ask about it. So,
Yes, and they can go to goodvibes.com and enter Shar 15.
All right. Speaking of fun, that's what you do here. You answer people's questions as they, pertain to love, life, and sex. Mm-hmm. What would you like to do first? Answer a question or play with your piggy bank?
Okay. You always want the piggy bank, but I have a question.
Yes.
And if you notice, I'm going to my phone and I'm going to my Facebook.
Okay.
I love getting a question on Facebook, or people can pose a question on your Facebook to me. Find us at Swirl Radio on Facebook or Shar Rednour. In this one, I can actually say who it is. A lot of times I have to give them like an anonymous name, or they write to me privately. And this person is Belinda Carroll. She's actually a comedian in Portland, Oregon. And she wrote, "What's one of the key things that you attribute to the success of your long-term relationship?" Because at Valentine's Day it had come out that I and my wife had been together 20 years. And I wrote back actually, and I just said, honestly, I do kind of get that question a lot. Mm-hmm. And it just sort of maybe gives me a little embarrassment of riches, or how you would word that. Like, oh, that's so sweet. But I don't ever necessarily always answer it. But I get it a lot. And then she wrote, she said, well, since the divorce rate is 60%, I think people are fascinated by any relationship that has lasted as long as yours. Oh, I know. How do you keep communication open in a long-term relationship? And Belinda, I know, is part of the queer community. When she's quoting the divorce rate, I always say part of marriage equality is that they don't even know what our divorce rate is, right? That's all the straight people. And so I said, I am going to go ahead and answer that question. I do get that question. And it's interesting that when I said narrow it down, what part, she narrowed it down to communication. And communication is really important. Jackie, my wife, is a really fabulous songwriter and singer. And one of her really old songs a long time ago, she says, we don't walk on water, we just forgive each other. And it's funny, she wrote that lyric when we were only together about 5 years, but really it came to play so many years later when you've gone through so many things. And I really remembered those words. I was like, we don't walk on water, meaning we're not Jesus, we're not perfect, we just forgive each other. And I think that that's one of the things, is that we sort of roll on, we don't get stuck on something. Like we pound it out, we figure it out, but we don't do this thing of really tearing each other apart.
That's great. Yeah.
And not to say that we don't get heated arguments. And one of the things I always tell people is, like, something that you argue about for 6 hours when you're newly together, you're going to get it down to 6 minutes if you just hang in there. Like eventually. It's like we've already gone through the 6-hour argument about that. Like, let's just bada bing, bada boom, move on.
That's great. That's great advice. I know many of my friends and couples, queer, straight, whatever, who just linger and talk about or argue about something, the same topic. It could be like toenails.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 2-3 days, and it's like, it's not that serious. It's just toenails.
Yeah, and part of a long-term relationship is to offer security, not to constantly have somebody to have a boxing match with, and instead it's like, let's build up, especially in the queer community. We don't have as much social acceptability, so we need to have each other's back at home. I say that till I'm like blue in the face. You can get torn apart. You want somebody to be hating on you, go out the front door. At home, you really want somebody to have your back and to offer security. And then the more secure that you are, the less those kind of fights are going to happen in the first place.
Well, I always say that the faster you forgive, the faster you can make up.
Have make-up sex. That's right. Wink, wink.
So speaking of which...
Yeah. Oh, you want me to get to that part?
Well, we only have a few minutes
Okay,
left.
only a few minutes. Okay. Well, wait. What was something else I was going to say? You messed me up, Michelle. Well, that's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The thing I always say is, right from the beginning, if you know it's not the right person or your best friends are telling you that, break up. Because our other big secret is we sincerely just really like each other and think each other's hot and funny. So that's the other big secret. Don't mate with the wrong person in the first place. That's the part that I wanted to say. So Belinda is getting this really fun toy by Hustler Toys.
Yay!
I know. You know what? Hustler's been around for a long time. Teresa Flint runs a company now, and they really, like, it's a woman. People might not realize that. They think about old Hustler. And look at this. This is called the Devilish Darling. It's like little hearts with horns on them.
So that's the only thing devilish?
Let's see if you know how to turn this on, Michelle.
The size is not very devilish.
Well,
Now,
that's a
look at
matter
this.
of your opinion. That's a matter of your opinion. That is too big for some people.
No,
and
I know.
it's too small for some other people.
It's perfect for me. I always get so nervous about what's the proper way to hold these things. So, well, I am holding it, right? Okay, so let's see if I can
And I
turn
wouldn't,
it on.
Belinda, to you who's winning this prize, I wouldn't let anybody just be touching your prize, except for that this is waterproof. You can wash this off with some soap and water. And anything at Good Vibrations at their educational department, they'll tell you how to wash all your stuff right up.
It's pulsating.
Oh, it is pulsating. That's a good one. See, it packs a punch.
Sounds like an engine.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I'm also going to include a lube or a massage oil from Luz de la Riva, the woman who
Now it's
made all
going.
those really good
That was
blindfolds
really
for
going.
us.
So, question for you. That pulsating... Whoa. It won't stop. It just won't stop. I don't know how to make it stop. Make it stop.
Give me her toy. For crying out loud.
She's going to clean it for you, Belinda. Yeah, so
And it's not
just,
touching. It's not touching the microphone.
we're running out of time, but just really quick. I mean, that pulsating. I mean,
this offers many speeds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, that's really fast. Really strong.
There's a lot of
This
speeds
is a good one. This is
pulsing.
great. Well, for the record, everybody will tell you, if you do look on my Facebook, I don't give out bad toys. I just don't.
No,
I don't
never,
care if they send me a truckload of them.
Yeah.
I don't give them. I only endorse stuff that I really like, and that's what I like about
Have you
Good Vibes.
personally tried that one? Not that I want to know.
That's in personal information.
That's
Michelle.
personal. Well, I was just wondering how the devilish
Michelle,
hearts feel.
you should use your 15% if you want your own vibrator. I am sending this as a gift to my listeners who send in a good question.
All right. Well, that was the Hustler Devilish vibrator that Belinda is getting, our lucky listener who had sent in a question. So if you would like to try to win a prize and get your question answered, Shar Rednour
whichever
of
question
Love, Life,
I
and
pick.
Sex,
So
she
send
picks
me
a
a good
question.
one.
Yes, you can send it to us at swirlradio.com, or you can like us on our Facebook page, search Swirl Radio, and then I'll give it to Shar. But and then that's the last thing is the Shar 15 discount applies at goodvibes.com.
Yeah. And for you, since it seems like you need to have even more vibrators, you can go to the ones in San Francisco or the Bay, Berkeley or somewhere, Michelle.
I'm just wondering about all those speeds.
Yes, there's lots of speeds. And you get to try them all out. That's what's fun.
Shar Rednour of Love, Life, and Sex, everyone. She also has a lot of other content and questions that were answered
I like
here.
to talk about long-term relationships. Get on Facebook and let's have some LTR discussions.
So check us out at swirlradio.com if you'd like to hear more. Coming up is the cat call and a dining experience. So, we'll see what I have to say about that coming up after this.